Great morning, great morning, great morning. You guys, come on in, come on in, come on in. It is an amazing day. It's a little nip, nip. It's a little nip, nip. Y'all see, I got a hoodie on. It's a little nip, nip. But what an amazing day it is. You guys, come on in. Let me turn it on. Do not disturb. Honey, and I got to get my power drink together, honey. Yes, Lord. I need it today, okay? Great morning, April. How are you? Beautiful. Good to see you, gorgeous. Loved your post this morning. You said a whole mouthful. Y'all, with this weather changing and just being in a different atmosphere, um, my power cocktail has been very important to me because it gives me vitamin, minerals, and nutrients that I need in this shift. So, hey, Lorianne, how are you, beautiful? Good to see you. Ooh, y'all. Listen, Linda, listen. I got another part two loading. Oh, my goodness. Y'all, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. Oh, girl, yes, we do. Yes, we do, honey. April said we got to chat. God has been doing some amazing things with me. Hey, Jackie. Good morning. Oh, my goodness. Oh, girl. Listen. Listen, Linda, listen. Oh, my goodness. Hold on, y'all. I got a little bit more and I'm ready to go. Y'all go ahead while I'm doing this. Share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Let me know that you shared and we'll go ahead and get started. Mm. Bam. And just like that, it's done. Hey, great morning, Carlos. Thank you, April, for sharing. Let me know that you shared. Let me know that you shared. And I'm going to get into this word because this word, this is the go get your stuff word, right? This is the go get your stuff word. This is the go occupy your territory word. This is the word where it's like, okay, this is a call to action. A call to action. Now, let me say this. Today is the last day of the festival of Sukkot, or the festival of booths, or the festival of tents. It is a harvest celebration, and today is the last day. Today at sunset ends the festival, and this particular day is a day where God is really going to give you your assignment for the next year. If you haven't already clearly gotten it, He's going to give it to you. And I say for this next year, I'm talking about the year that we started, the end of September, like September 25th was the start of the new year. Um, God is getting ready to give you your assignment, your instructions, what you're to do. Now, listen to me, and I need y'all to hear me clearly when I say this. He's not just giving you the assignment, he's giving you the instructions, the strategies, the way that you're going to do it. So I want you to pay close attention today. I want you to be in your attentive mode where you're really listening to God, you're paying attention, you're looking at the signs, you're discerning what's being said, all of that, because He is going to be talking to you today. Now, if you're someone that doesn't normally hear God, you're going to hear, and I don't mean when I hear it, when I say hear Him, I don't mean hear Him like an audible voice. Some of you may hear an audible voice. Some of you will have a knowing, like in your gut, in your heart, like in your mind, you just know something, right? For some of you, it's going to be, you're going to see a pattern of things that show you the way. You'll see a pattern of things that show you the way. But either way, listen, pay close attention, However God speaks to you, he's going to be speaking to you, but not just that way. Listen, you're going to get some additional ways that God speaks to you also today. God is doing some new things in your life. It may be some random people that you encounter. It can be a number of things. It could be a billboard. It could be a movie. It could be anything. But God is going to speak to you today about your assignment for the next year. What is your assignment for the next year? Literally, this past week, God has been giving me bits and pieces. He's been showing me things. He's been letting me see why he's doing some of the things that he's doing in my life. And the layers, that it's layers to it. Everything in life that happens, even the word of God has layers. There are layers to the word of God, right? And so depending on where you are at a particular point in your life may determine what you gain out of the scriptures, what you gain out of the text. When you're early in your walk with God, things are tend to be very surface, okay? They may tend to be very surface, but as you grow in your knowledge of him and your understanding of him and his word, then you may get deeper messages to something that you've already gotten a surface message to. So that's why people say when you look at the word, there are layers to it. Like there are mysteries. The word is like mysteries waiting to be revealed, and everybody's not ready for the reveal. I had an opportunity to go spend some time with my Uncle Larry yesterday. So my Uncle Larry's birthday is today. And my sister's birthday is today, Marquita. So I'm turning up for them. But I went to see my Uncle Larry yesterday, and we were talking. And as we were talking about God revealing things to people in the capacity to which people can handle. And what I'm learning even more about my family on both sides. Now, this is the interesting thing, right? Because my uncle was never like the super religious person. He wasn't. He was like, hey, I ain't with all that, right? Not that he didn't love God, but he just wasn't with all that church stuff, right? But my uncle now, like, is very in tune with God, very in tune with God, hears from God. And he was saying some stuff to me yesterday. I said, Uncle, what you know about that? Uncle. He was like, I know a little bit. He talks to me. But he was saying that God knows a person's capacity. And so some things he can't release to them because it's outside of their capacity. I say, what? You better preach up in here. Do you hear me? And so he began to talk about conversations that he and God had had. And I realized something. I said, my uncle over here, a whole prophet. I never knew. That's crazy. A whole prophet. And I never knew. I never knew because we didn't have those conversations. We knew each other at different points in our lives. Like, and I'm going to say, because he prepared me to be the risk taker, the leaper, the jumper that I am when I was a baby. You see, my preparation for this journey that I'm on started early on. And when I was a baby, and he always tells me this story every time he sees me. He said, when you were a baby, I used to throw you up in the air as high as you could go. You would be higher than the roof on the house. And then you would come back down. So I would throw you up and you'd be like, and then you come back down. You're like, now most babies would have cried. I didn't cry. Like I was laughing, waiting for him to do it again. And he said, my grandmother would say, Larry, stop. You gonna drop that baby. And he would tell her, I hope not. But I had every confidence every time he threw me up, no matter how high it was, up past the roof of the house, that he was going to catch me when I came back down. Oh, that was some preparation. So when he tells me the story, I'm reminded of how much of a risk taker I am and how much it's in my DNA. So I was reading my Ancestry.com DNA profile. If you all have not done the test, do the test. Not because you're trying to find a parent, not because, but it's going to give you insight into your identity through your DNA, not just where you're from and what parts of the world and what percentage, but it will allow you to connect with family members around the world. Like literally, we just talked to one of my cousins in Ireland. She never met her daddy, but her daddy was one of my daddy's brothers. Okay. They were really cousins, but they were like brothers. They grew up like brothers. Okay. So, literally it's making those connections. But In my DNA, it said that I'm 80% more likely to take risk than most people. 80 freaking percent more likely to take risk. Would y'all agree that that sounds like me? Absolutely. There are things that can be indicated about you in your DNA. It's already there. Add to that, that prep while I was just a baby. And I need y'all to understand, listen, my uncle is not the tallest man in the world, okay? And the house that we lived in wasn't the tallest house, but it was pretty tall. Like, it had a porch, I mean, it was a 3-room house, right? No indoor plumbing, but a 3-room house. And the roof was pretty high now. It was pretty high. So if he threw me up so high that I was higher than the roof, then I was probably about 8 feet in the air, at least. At least 8 to 9 feet in the air. That's what he threw me. 8 to 9 feet in the air. I'm just up there, up, coming down, talking about laughing and screeching. I had no fear, none. I wasn't afraid that he was not gonna catch me. I wasn't afraid I was gonna fall. I wasn't afraid that I wouldn't make it back down. I had every confidence every time he threw me up that I would come back down and he would catch me, even as a baby. You all know that's the kind of faith that God is looking for in us. That's what he wants from us. He wants us to know it. Baby, if I throw you up, baby, I got you. Just come on. Let's go. Let's go. You ready? You ready? You're like, no, 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 don't throw me up. Don't throw me up. Don't throw me up. No, 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 no. What if you don't catch me? What if I fall? What if the air is too thin? What if this? What if that? Listen, God told me to tell you today, it's time that you go get your stuff. Go get what's yours. Go get what's yours. I'm talking about the life that's yours. I'm talking about a life of joy, a life of peace, a life of productivity, creativity, a life where you thrive, a life where you get to laugh, a life where you have fun, a life where you're at peace, a life where you're healthy, a life where you're wealthy, a life that you've only dreamed about. Go get what's yours. Everything that's yours. Listen, there are things that God wants to release to you prophetically. 111. Somebody type in 111. There are things that God wants to release to you prophetically that he can't release to you because you won't go get it. Like, literally, he's like, okay, look, this is where it's at, but you got to go here to get it. And you're like, oh, well, I don't have any gas. I don't know how I'll get there. I don't know where I'll stay. I don't know what I'll do. I'm going to tell you something about me that baffles people. People aren't used to it, right? I move differently than a lot of people. So one of the things about me is I was talking to one of my business partners, and she was telling me, she said, listen, I got a ticket to this gala in Atlanta. Too bad you're not going to be there next weekend. I said, who said I'm not going to be there? That's what's going on. You got a ticket for me? Oh, I'm there. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm there. She was like, okay. I asked the question, hey, what video do you send for this, right? And she was like, well, if you had the app. I was like, oh, I do have the app. She said, you have the app? Yeah, I bought the app. You bought the app? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, okay. You just download the app. Oh, cool. That's all you got. Go to the app. Which one you want me to send? Which one do you normally send? Okay, it's already sent. Okay, listen. She's like, what? You already sent it? Let me tell you something. When I'm clear on my assignment, I'm clear on what I'm going to do, baby, I just move like boop, boop, boop. Listen, I just do it. Why? Because I know that if God has given me assignment, there's a reason that he gave me that assignment. There's something that he's trying to do. And once I get clear on what I'm doing, baby, it's done. Once I'm clear on what I'm doing, it's done. So I know that in this season, baby, I am going to get everything that belongs to me. everything that's mine. Now, I don't want your stuff. Well, I take that back. If you're not going to get your stuff, send your stuff to me. Okay. You don't want the blessings that God has for you. I will take them. Yes, I will. Okay. I'm not going to steal them, but I will take them if you don't want them and you're not going to go get them. Okay. I'm going to get everything that's mine. And if you don't want what's yours, listen, send it on over here to me. And listen, I'll make sure that it's well taken care of. At least you'll know it's in good hands, right? You'll know it's in good hands. You got to know. You got to know what God is doing in your life. Okay, I need somebody to look up angel number 111. I left my purse in the car, so I don't have my purse, or I would do it. Angel number 111, angel number 111. Time to go get our stuff. Time to tap in and not tap out. Time to trust God. Right, girl, right. If you don't want it, it might as well be me because y'all playing with it. Yes, man of God. Yes. So look. So yesterday we did part 2 of No More Sabotage. But not yesterday. Day before yesterday. Day before yesterday. Listen, my days are running together. Baby, y'all, let me tell y'all about the fire. Through the fire, the limit to the wall. Listen, anyway, I just had that song came with my spiritualizations. Okay, but y'all listen, it is amazing when you can identify what's stopping you, what's messing with your mind, and begin to shut it down, and then learn how to view the world differently. Look, y'all always gonna be sad, depressed, mad, angry, hurt, sick, upset, frustrated, and broke. As long as you're looking at the world through lenses that see what's broken, right? And that's all it sees. It just sees what's broken, right? So you've got to understand that God is trying to shift your perspective. When you shift your perspective, your life changes. You change everything. All of a sudden, everything gets changed. Okay, so hold on. Angel number is 3. It's 3, Lorianne, but they're gonna be very similar. Okay, spiritual awakening, big changes headed your way. We talked about this yesterday. A reminder from your angels to trust your instincts and embrace the next phase. What are we talking about? Y'all don't get it. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings because your spiritual connection is growing. Okay. It's often called the number of instant manifestation in this context. It's a sign that your energy is aligning with the universe's master plan. We know that it's God's master plan for us. And for me, it's God's master plan that He has implemented into the universe for the universe to bring into my realm, into my being. Listen, because He created the universe to work for us. We just don't know it and don't use it and don't access it. Okay. Here we go. Bam. It appears when your angels want you to know that you're on track and moving in the right direction. It's a sign from your angelic guides that you should continue doing what you have set out to achieve. It could be anything related to your career, personal life, finances, or something else entirely. But no matter what, it is what you're supposed to be doing. Do it. Okay. Now, listen. Marvin said, casting down imaginations. So this is the problem, right? The problem is not that text, nor is it that concept. It's that we don't know how to freaking do it. We don't know how to cast down imaginations. We don't understand that there's literally a science to casting down imaginations. We think it's all just spiritual. It is not. It's not. But I'm going to tell y'all something. And this is listen. Listen. And this is the truth, and y'all may not want to hear the truth, and y'all may get mad at me for telling y'all the truth, but somebody got to say it. And I'm going to say it, okay? And this is the truth. If you want something different, you got to do something different, right? If you want something different, you got to do something different. When you understand the science behind casting down imaginations, we call that killing our saboteurs, because you know what your saboteurs are. You can identify them when they show up. You know how to stop them in their tracks, and you know how to replace them, which is the renewing of our mind. We don't know how to do it. It's all this super spiritual, spooky stuff. Oh, casting down every imagination that rises up against us. So y'all want to just recite the scriptures, but you're not doing nothing. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. The word has the power to create change. The problem is that we do not understand how to use the word in conjunction with science to shift our mind, to come out of our survival brain, to come out of that reptilian brain, to move into our thriving brain, our sage brain, that part of our brain that allows us to see the infinite possibilities that exist in a situation. All we see is the problem. We see the world as it is. And what I'm telling you is, I'm not telling you this to just not see what you see. I'm telling you to see what you see, but say what you know. See what you see, but say what you know. Oh, you see what you see in the natural, but you say what God has said about the situation. You understand that you are adding to the problem, that you are creating the problem with the way you think, because the way you think affects the way you move. Now, y'all may be saying, well, it's not really about me, Dr. V. It's about these other people. Let me tell y'all something about other people. You can't control other people, but what you can control is you. You can control your response to people. And we want to respond to everything, and everything doesn't need a response. A friend of mine was just using this analogy. And he was talking about kids, when they're playing ball and stuff. And so he was telling me that a kid was hurt and crying and screaming, and it was all these adults around him. He just crying and screaming like it's the end of the world. Y'all know how kids do. He said he told them, put an ice pack on him. Put an ice pack on him. They were like, what? Put an ice pack on him. If he's really hurting, that ice pack ain't gonna do nothing. He's still gonna be screaming. But if he's not really hurt as bad as he's saying he is or acting like he is, then he's gonna be like, oh, that's cold, right? And that's gonna be the focus, is that it's cold. It's gonna shift his attention. Listen, this is what has to happen in order for you to do what the word says, is cast down every imagination. Something physical has to happen, and you have to shift your attention, and then you have to replace the lie with the truth, right? So they did it. And he said, oh, that's cold. That's cold. A few minutes later, he's back playing. Everything's fine. Listen, I contend the same thing with us. Listen, some of y'all are out there. You're in this spiritual, you're in a spiritual battle that's not really the battle that you think it is. You're engaged in one battle, but the battle that God is really getting you, trying to prepare you to fight and get you to fight, is the one that is in your freaking mind. It's not about the external stuff. It's not about the external people. See, but we don't get that. And we're so used to operating in a poverty mentality. We so broken. Religion makes us broker a lot of times, because religion has set up in our minds that to serve Christ, to serve God, you got to be broke. You can't have nothing. Like, who is this God y'all serving? It? Who is this Jesus y'all following? Because we clearly are not following the same person. We're not. We are not. We ain't following the same person. We just not. I don't know who you following, but I don't want to follow him because he's weak. I don't want to follow him. The Jesus that I follow knows who he is, knows his time, knows how to produce out of nothing, take nothing and make something. He is a solution finder. He is a solution. He doesn't go into the situation and say, well, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, what am I going to do? I can't do this. There's nothing I can do about it. No, he's challenging people on their bull. I said what I said. He's challenging people on their bull. That's bull. Y'all running around playing in bull dung, trying to act like it's not bull dung. It's bull dung. You on that bull. And you want people to be on that bull with you. I'm not going to be on that bull with y'all. You want something different, do something different. You make it happen. You waiting for somebody to do. Nobody's obligated to do crap for you. Do something different. You've got to choose to do something different. So you need to seek God And when God sends you solutions, use them. I told y'all when I started doing the No More Sabotage class that God told me that it was, it was a key. It was a key to breakthrough, a key to breakthrough. Why? Because what it does is it allows you to see what is, right, in the natural, but also understand how your saboteurs are showing up and preventing you from breaking through whatever you're going through. I just am in the place in my life. I'm just talking about my life. Y'all can do what you want to with yours. It's your life. You have free will. You have choices to make. Okay. But I'm at the point in my life where I will not allow myself to go unaccountable when my saboteurs have gotten in the way. No, I'm gonna deal with it. I got to deal with some stuff today. My saboteurs got in the way with my social media challenge for the pageant. I still didn't post my stuff yesterday. Still didn't post it. I got to deal with what is going on with that and why have I not posted it. Like there's something deeper going on. It's never what it looks like. It's never just the surface thing. It's always deeper than you think. So your job is to go deeper to figure out what's going on in me that's preventing me from moving forward and going and getting what is already mine. What's preventing? What is this thing? Every situation that you encounter, every person that you encounter, everything that you encounter is designed to reveal to to reveal you to you. It's not just about the other person. It's not about what they need from you. It's about revealing you to you. So guess what? So, I have oh my goodness, I have some would call it a savior complex. Like I want to save people. Like I want to save people. I want to help people. I want to save people. Captain Save a Hoe. That's been me. Okay. Build a bear, build a man. That's been me. Um, the rescuer. That's been me. All of those things. So can I tell y'all something? And I need you to really understand this. We get in God's way so much. We just get in God's way. Sometimes people just have to go through the stuff that they go through in order for God to do what he needs to do in their life, to get them to the place where they can really understand what's going on. Listen, I can't save you, but what I can do is give you some tools. I can't save you. What I can do is point you to the Savior. I can't save you, but what I can do is show you where there's some flaws in your thinking that may have put you in the place where you find yourself, because your thinking put you where you are, period. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices put you exactly where you are. That ain't nobody else's fault. Did nobody else do it? You have to figure out what in me has led me to this place. Because there's something in you that's led you to where you are, wherever you find yourself. There is something in you that has led you to that place. There's something that you need to learn, glean, get, understand from whatever situation and context that you find yourself in. Yeah. Yeah. You own that right there. Just own that. Once you own that, then you can change that. If you don't own it, if it's always someone else's fault, if it's always because of something that happened in the past, if it's always because of what someone else did or what someone else chose, you'll never be able to take control of your life. You'll never be able to be the CEO of your life, because you know what CEOs do? Take the blame. Take the blame, give the credit. CEOs take the blame, give the credit. Why? They take the blame because they understand that at the end of the day, if it's on their watch, it's their responsibility. So they take the blame. They take ownership. Ownership is very important to them. They take ownership of their situation. And then after they take ownership, then they begin to creatively come up with solutions. There's solutions for everything that we encounter. I think about the periods that were the most challenging in my life. And one of those periods was when I was homeless, when my family was homeless. I had a freaking PhD. I had just been a tenured full professor at a university. God told me to walk away, right? When he told me to walk away, I'm thinking, yes, okay, I'm in this business. This is going to be it. I'm going to be wealthy. I'm walking away from this so that I can walk into wealth. It was not that. That was not what happened. He told me to walk away, and then I went through homelessness. Not once, not twice, 3 times in 2 different cities. What, God? This is not, the math is not mathing, right? But let me tell you what he began to show me and teach me in the process. Oh, I learned another level of humility. I learned another level of humility. Yes, I would, be like, oh, whatever, whatever, I'm humble, whatever, whatever, whatever. I learned another level of humility. There's another level of humility that comes when you find yourself in a place where you have no place of your own. Does that sound like someone that we know? Foxes have holes, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. Does that sound familiar? He was on a journey. He had to go to some places. Not only that, he sent the disciples out to some places. He said, listen, don't take a change of clothes. Take an extra pair of shoes. Like literally, he told them what they could take, and that was it. That's all you get. But go. And when you get to a city, wherever you're staying, listen, if they bless you, you bless them. But if they won't receive you, shake the dust off your feet and keep moving. Our problem is we try to make people hear what we're saying, believe what we're saying, accept what we're saying, grab hold of what we're saying, who don't want it. And I'm going to tell y'all what I'm not doing in this season. If you don't want it, I'm not giving it. My time is precious. My energy is precious. I can love you. I can love you, right? And make the conscious decision to let you take your journey, because that's what you're choosing to do. Take your journey, take it your way. Like, if you want to go through all that, go through all that. But what I know is when y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. Because y'all don't think it can be that serious. Y'all don't think that one thing can like literally shift you like that. Y'all don't believe that. See, y'all would rather sit up and just recite the scriptures and not put anything with it. Like, it's bull. That's bull, y'all. That's not what God is talking about. Yeah, we want to make God just so super spiritual, and he is absolutely a spirit. But do you not know that our God is a practical God as well? And when I say practical, I mean that he moves in the natural. Like, he uses things in the natural as well as in the spirit, and they connect and they work together. But see, we so busy being spiritual, we want to shana na 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 way our way out of every situation. You can't shana na 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 your way out of every situation. You can't do it. That's not how it works. God, you can shana na, and then God has to give you strategy for you to be able to move through. Shana na, strategy, move through. Now, listen, I believe in the power of tongues. I believe in the power of our heavenly language and communication with God. But what good is it if with the communication that he gives us back, you don't do anything with? Y'all sitting there playing. You think because you changed octaves a few times that you done moved God. You ain't moved God, and what you really was doing was not speaking in tongues. I'm just telling y'all, some of that stuff fake. Some of y'all on that fake. Y'all on that bull. Y'all own it for real. And you think you're doing something. You're not. You're running around in circles. Just in circles. How do I know? I've done it. I found myself running around in circles, trying to use strategies and things that the church said, well, if you just do this, then God is going to do this. And I'm like, okay, well, I did that, but nothing changed. Oh, you said pray and then it's going to change. Well, no, not necessarily. But what prayer will do is open a portal up for you and God to communicate. But it's a communication tool. Prayer is communication. It's not a magic wand. It's communication. You're communicating with the God in you. And he can talk to you and give you strategy. But you're saying, well, that's not God. That's not God. That's not God. That's not God. I don't have this. I don't have this. I don't have this. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. This is what I've learned. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth flat out. I've learned that when you really want change, you'll do whatever you have to do to get the change that you need. When you really want change. If you don't really want change, you'll find every reason why you can't do it. Y'all go call it reasons. I'm going to call it an excuse. Every. And be wondering why your life hasn't changed because you haven't. I've learned that I'm not responsible for everyone else's actions, but I am responsible for mine. So what do? My part with me, on me, dealing with me. If I can't change anything else about a situation, I can change me, right? I can change me. And when I change me, guess what? My perspective on the situation changes. All of a sudden, God shows me things, gives me strategies. And then what was a situation doesn't have to be a situation anymore because I have some options. I got options, baby. Options. Y'all keep playing. Keep playing. You're going to look up, and in 5 years, you're still going to be right where you are, going through the same crap that you're going through. I'm trying to give you a shortcut. What is the shortcut? Listen, learn what it is that you consistently do in your life that prevents you from breaking through to all of the blessings that God has in store for you. It is a pattern. It was developed in your childhood. It was implemented then as a survival technique, and now you continue to use it. And now it's not helping you survive. It's holding you hostage and stuck. It's keeping you from thriving. It's keeping you from being in a thriving mode, and has you in a constant state of survival, struggle, lack, poverty, sickness, brokenness, and brokenness. I'm not saying that you didn't go through things. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, when are you going to get on the other side of the things that you went through? Or is that always going to be your story? Like, is the focus going to be that, or is the focus going to be solutions? Like, if all you're talking about is why you're the way you are, but you ain't doing nothing about it, like, why are you even talking about it? Stop talking. Stop talking. See, you can't go get what's yours because you're still stuck on what somebody took way back when, or somebody did way back when, or what you stuck in the problem, not looking at the problem, understanding that the problem came to bring you a blessing, but you can't get to the blessing because all you see is the problem, not the fact that the solution lies within, not the fact that there are gifts that are embedded in your problem. You can't see that. All you see is the problem, and now you're stuck in this problem mentality. Poor me, I'm a victim. Stuff just always happens to me. Always me and my family. We always go through. You know why? Because you're there. I said what I said. Because you're there. With the mindset that you have, doing what you're doing, and unwilling to do anything different. Listen, so, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was talking about some things that I just really love about him. Like, it's very difficult when you are raised in a town where people really have a very limited mentality, very poverty mentality. It's a lack orientation. There aren't a lot of opportunities given, so you have to create opportunities. It's easy to find yourself just surviving. And I love his pivot. Like, I love his ability to pivot. I love the entrepreneurial spirit that he has. To some people, that may look, like, what? Listen, I love a good entrepreneur. Baby, be an entrepreneur. Baby, be an entrepreneur. Baby, don't play with me. Be an entrepreneur. Get around me. Baby, we getting ready to get some strategies and some stuff getting ready to happen. Okay. But I was saying that I love that. And I love it because when you're an entrepreneur and you truly have an entrepreneur mindset, then you begin to explore options, and you won't allow, you can be in that place, right? You can't be in that place where you get stuck in victim, and you can. But generally, true entrepreneurs are more open in their thinking. They're more open in their thinking. They're more creative in their thinking. But you can be an entrepreneur and get in that place where you're stuck, because I've been there too, okay? Like, you the victim. Oh, this won't work. I don't know why it's not working. I've been there, y'all. Not too long ago, I was there, right? But one thing about me is I never quit. Now, I might coast, but I don't just quit, right? So when you begin to understand that God wants you to understand your mind and why you think the way you think, there's a reason you think the way you think. There's a reason that you move the way you move. And when you understand it, anything that is not in alignment with your higher self, with the greatest good, with God, then you can shift that. Shift it. Get rid of it. Stop it. You can do that. You have the power, the authority, the ability to do that. Whether you do it or not, it's up to you, though. No one can do it for you. It's not their job. It's your job. And when you do it, things will begin to shift for you. Now, I'm not going to say it's an overnight thing and all of a sudden everything's changed, but you will begin to see the progression. You will begin to see the change. You will begin to see it. But it requires you to get the tools. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's not that you're a bad person. It's not that you can't do it. It's that you don't understand how to do it. And you won't understand until you do something that allows you to understand. Period. You got to understand some neuroscience. Why? The brain, your brain, is the greatest gift God gave you. Now, y'all may say, well, the brain, yes, because when you understand your brain, okay, you understand how to tap in spiritually in a way that you've not been able to tap in before because you've had these things that were blocking you, that would stop you. You would get so close and then you pull back. You get so close and then fear would hit. You would get so close and then you get overwhelmed. You would get so close and then it's like you go into despair. Dude, despair and massive, listen, misery, oh, deep down depression, excessive misery. I don't know. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Dude, despair. And something. Listen, do y'all remember that? From what was the show that used to come on? What was the show? Oh my God, it came on Sundays. Um, oh my God, it was the country show. Anyway, they would have this segment where that's all they would do is they would talk about all the bad stuff that was happening in their life. That's what they like. That was the segment. It was comedy, and they would just be like, "Oh, and my cat died, and then the cat died and didn't kill the mouse, and the mouse ate all the cheese, and then I starved because there was nothing to eat in the house because my rat ate all my food." Oh, and after everything, they would say, "Oh, that's how y'all sound." Y'all listen. I'm not saying it from a place of judgment. I'm saying from a place of I understand. I've been here, but you can change it. Like I came to give the message of hope that there's some stuff out there that's yours, and God said, "Go get what's yours. Go get what's yours." But you're not going to be able to get it until you get your mind right. You got to deal with your mind. You got to deal with that. You have to deal with that. You do. No one can do it for you. You have to do it. Period. It's up to you to make it happen. It's up to you. But you can do that. Like it's so funny how we can have situations where we feel like, oh, we're stuck and there's nothing I can do. So let me tell you what happened to me. So, in moving, right? In moving, y'all know I was in Tampa. I stayed in a couple of places in Tampa. So I had my bags, listen, and there's no telling. I can't find my laptop charger. First in Tampa, I couldn't find my keys. Couldn't find the keys to the building, keys to the storage. Couldn't find my keys. I still haven't found my keys. I don't know where my keys are. My keys are somewhere. I don't know where. Listen, I'll find them eventually. They'll show up. Okay. Couldn't find my keys. That delayed some stuff, right? But I believe that I couldn't find my keys because a part of me really didn't want to close things out. See, understand this, that subconsciously we'll begin to manifest things in our life when we're in certain places, right? So I was in a place where I didn't really want to close things out with the school. I was feeling away. And so like, I'm just like, huh. So now the keys disappear. I can't find the keys. And I looked for them keys and could not find them. I was like, where in the world are the keys, right? Then I was getting ready to do my class. I couldn't find my laptop cord. I don't know where my laptop cord is. Now, listen, it's probably somewhere in my vehicle. I looked in my vehicle. I didn't see it, but I'm gonna have to take everything out and like go in and try to find it, right? I've got to find that, right? I didn't have it. And so I had enough charge to start my class, right? But I didn't have enough charge to maintain my class. So this was the first part one of No More Sabotage this week. So I said, okay, all right, I got my iPad, I got my phone. Okay, listen, I'm gonna have to just shift to my phone. I think I shifted to my phone that day. I just shifted to my phone and I did it from my phone, right? The next night, I had part two, and I knew I had to show a presentation, but I wanted to be able to see the people. So I used my phone and my iPad. Both were logged into the meeting. One I used to do the presentation, the other I used so that I could see the people, right? So I'm able to see the people and do the presentation all at the same time, but I had to use two different devices, okay? Normally, you know, I use my I set the, because my phone needed to be charged. Okay. So I set my phone on the laptop with it open. I had my iPad propped up, and then I had my ring light shining on me to give me some light. Bam, a solution. Do you know how many people would have been like, we can't do it because I don't have my cord? Let me tell y'all something. Everything you need to do, everything you need to do, you can usually do from your cell phone. Everything. Did y'all know that? Your cell phone is a literal little computer. So when you talk about, well, I don't have a computer, and guess what? For most of the stuff that you're going to do, for 99% of the stuff that you're going to do, you don't need a computer. You just need your phone. 99%. And I'm standing on that. For 99% of the stuff that you need to do, you just need your cell phone. Okay. Now you over there talking about, well, I can't go get what's mine because, you know, I don't have this and I don't have that. Then get it. Figure it out. There's a way that you can get it. You can't tell me, see, y'all just done got too good for yard sales and y'all done got too good for that stuff. You know, you got stuff that you're not using. Get rid of it. Sell that stuff. Put it on Facebook Marketplace and get rid of it. Stop holding on to stuff just to hold on to it in case one day you might be able to fit it again. In case one day you might be able to use it again. I'm so mad about these storages. Y'all, listen, I'm mad about these storages. To me, that is wasted money. But what's inside the storage could be money, but it's in storage. What in the world? Like, I literally got to get rid of these storages because it's sucking up money that could go to other things. Like, that money could be growing in my trading account. What are you talking about? I could be making money off that money, $100 and some a month. Like, and I got two storages. So y'all know what that means. That money could go into my accounts, grow and grow interest for me. But I got to get rid of this stuff. But that means I got to let go. Do y'all understand the dilemma? It's really not a dilemma. But we got to deal with the emotional stuff that's attached to the mental stuff, that's attached to the natural stuff in order for us to be able to move forward. And as long as we want to call it something that it's not, we're going to consistently find ourselves in a place where we're stuck. Just stuck. I tell you this. God said, go get what's yours. Your peace, your joy, your happiness, your health, your wealth, the abundance, the love, family. Come on. All of it is waiting for you. But you can't get it holding on to the stuff that doesn't belong to you. Holding on to the relationships that don't belong to you. Holding on to situations that don't belong to you. You can't get it because you're holding on to stuff that's not yours. It belongs to someone else. Release it to them so that they can have their stuff and you can get your stuff. But no, we want to hold on to everything. We want everything to belong to us. It doesn't. The sooner you let go of the stuff that doesn't belong to you, the sooner you can get the stuff that does belong to you. God is literally waiting on you, waiting on me, waiting on us to make some different decisions. Sometimes it requires massive shifts in your life, in your thinking, in your processing. Make them because it's worth it. Look, I'm not going to be out here fooling with y'all all day, but I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm about to put some new dates in for No More Sabotage, part 1 and part 2. So listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do part 1 next week on, let me see. Hold on. I got to think, y'all. I gotta think. But pay attention because I'm gonna be dropping that this week. I'm gonna be dropping this weekend. I'm gonna be dropping when I'm going to do a part 1 and a part 2 for No More Sabotage. If you haven't taken it, take it. Let me give you the link so that you guys can look at it and be paying attention because I'm gonna update the dates this weekend. I just gotta figure some things out because I'm traveling. Okay. But it's https://bit.ly/no more sabotage. And you're going to want to do part one and part two. Have a special where you can do part one and part two for $140. It saves you money, right? I believe in helping people save money. If you're going to make that commitment, listen, make that commitment and do what needs to be done. But you're going to want to do it part two. Part one is identifying your saboteurs, those self-sabotaging behaviors that you engage in, where they come from and why they're in existence, and then learning how to kill them dead because they're not your friend. Part two is moving from surviving to thriving, moving from your survival brain to your thriving brain, where you can be creative and come up with solutions, tapping into your sage mind, right? And being able to use your sage powers. Baby, let me tell you something. When you do that, baby, it's a game changer for problem solving. It just is. So you're going to want to register for this. Register. It's going to be next week. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop 2 weeks worth of dates. So I'm going to drop my dates for next week and dates for the week after that. I have limited spaces, 10 spots per class, only 10 spots per class, so that we can have the interaction necessary so that you can get that personal attention. Do the VIP version. It's going to give you more time. It'll give you a 1-hour session with me, and you will be able to talk about your individual situation and how you can tap in. Now, listen to me and hear me clearly when I say this. And I'm not trying to be funny. And I'm not trying to be mean. But for some of you, this is what you need and what you're looking for, and you won't even do it. Over it. Okay? Do what you need to do so that you can get what God has for you. And go get what's yours. The word of God says that the kingdom of God suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. Baby, it's time to take some stuff by force. I told you guys that today we were going to do a special seed. Today I was going to do a special seed. Listen, and I'm going to tell you why we're doing this special seed. Today is the last day of Sukkot, the festival of harvest, festival of booths, festival of tents. And today is a day where God is releasing. He's releasing strategy. He's releasing your assignment for the next year, for the rest of the year. And I'm talking about the year that's just started in the end of September. Okay. So God's year, Jewish year, Hebrew year. Okay. And so listen, this is an assignment seed. This is an assignment seed. $40, some version of $40. Why 40? What did the children of Israel do? They wandered in the wilderness. They wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. Jesus fasted for 40 days. 40 is a very significant number spiritually and scripturally. A $40 seed, or a multiple of 40. Depends on what you want, right? A $40 seed or a multiple of 40. And watch what God does. Put what you want that seed to do. What do you want that seed to do for you? Go to Cash App, $DRV Walters, Cash App, $DRV Walters, and drop that seed and put that seed in the ground today. Yes, this is a harvest time, right? But there's no harvest with no seed. Put a seed in the ground today and watch God supernaturally produce on the seed that you sow today. Listen, I'm declaring that in the next 40 days, those of you that sow that seed are going to see a harvest off the seed that you sow. That harvest is going to come in a multiplicity of ways, not just financially, but there will be financial evidence of harvest from the seed. There's going to be financial evidence, but you're going to see some things shift in your life, location, love, relationships, jobs, promotions, opportunities. Like there's going to be shifts over the next 40 days. So you all listen, I just know what I hear God saying. A $40 seed, send it to Cash App, $DRV Walters, Cash App, $DRV Walters, or paypal.me/DRV Walters. If you need another way to send it, like if you need to send Bitcoin, or if you need to send it using Venmo or Zelle, let me know and I can give you that information as well. What I know is this: the seed is important, right? God will speak to you about what your seed needs to be, but some multiple of 40. Look, you all, listen, I'm so grateful for you all taking the time out to check out this live. For those of you who it's your first time, welcome. Sometimes I'll do an individual prophetic word. I'm not doing an individual prophetic word today, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Listen, it's time for y'all to hear God, right? So I want you to hear him. I want you to get your assignment. I'm going to do an individual prophetic word tomorrow, right? On Sunday, I'll do an individual prophetic word. And I want you to see if what God tells you through me matches what he's already told you. Listen, try the spirit by the spirit and see if it be God, okay? That's what I can tell you for sure and for certain, because God is speaking. But he wants you to hear your assignment first. So hear your assignment. Hear your assignment today. Say, God, what is my assignment for this year? And let him reveal to you the assignment. And then tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do individual prophetic words. That means you need to come back so that you can get that individual prophetic word and see what God is saying to you, and see, does it match? Does it align? Just see. I just believe that God is going to confirm his word to you. I believe that with everything in me. So look, you guys have an absolutely amazing, incredible day. I got to get ready. My grandson's playing football today. I'm so happy that I can go to his football games, y'all. Like, I'm just that super excited big mama, because I'm big mama, okay? Super excited big mama. So I'm ready, to be in the stands, have a little hoodie. I got to get my printing press, my heat press and stuff, so I can do some stuff with his number and stuff on it. Like, I'm gonna have my own shirts and sweatshirts and stuff. Like, I'm gonna do some stuff, baby. Watch it, because God is moving. Listen, you guys, know this. I love you to life, and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Y'all go check out that link. I'm about to drop some dates, baby. I love you guys. Be blessed. Mwah.